A police officer Olson arrests John Malum, the head of a brutal satanic cult, freeing 3 young girls that Malum and his followers wanted to use as an offering to their deity. Yet, shortly after, Olson unleashes a bloodbath at a police station and takes his own life. 1 year after the tragic event, Olson's daughter Jessica starts her night shift at that very same station, which is about to be shut down. But the young woman's first shift may very well become her last, as she confronts strange forces dwelling at the notorious police station. Meanwhile, Malum's followers disturb the town's peace by predicting the advent of a dark god. If you've never heard of a 2014 horror Last Shift, you don't know what you've missed. Although relatively unknown, it's actually one of the best horror films of the 21st century, loved and revered by the true fans of the genre. Last Shift was written and directed by DiBlasi, who made a remake of his previous masterpiece and called it Malum. Malum has an additional plotline that serves to explain what is going on at the police station. But still, the new movie is very much like its predecessor, both in terms of story and vibe, which is a good and a bad thing at the same time. The unknown is a powerful bait used by many horror stories. Hooked up on the mystery, the audience are willing to wait for an explanation forever, only to be disappointed when they finally get it. Think about the TV drama series Lost. One of the things that made Last Shift so good is that DiBlasi and co-writer Scott Poyle knew exactly what they wanted to explain and why. They delivered a finished and intuitively clear scare story, while leaving a lot of questions unanswered. By answering those questions in Malum, the filmmakers killed the atmosphere of a paranoid horror that questioned the sanity of the lead character. And while this move doesn't ruin the film completely, it definitely weakens it. On top of that, the explanation we get in Malum is as unsatisfying as the secrecy of Last Shift. Anyway, Malum and Last Shift are about 75% the same, with some scenes recreated frame by frame. Instead of a Puerto Rican Juliana Harkavy, the lead character is played by an Afro-American Jessica Sula. The cast has been changed almost completely, except for Natalie Victoria, who portrays a hooker named Marigold in both films. It's hard to say whether DiBlasi should have made Malum in the first place. Last Shift is a true gem of the horror genre that works great both as a whole and as a sum of its parts. With its subtle suspense, screamers and realistic prosthetic makeup, it's a delight to watch. Scenes that have been taken from Last Shift in their original form make up the best part of Malum. Modified scenes are far less impressive. The ending, that has been changed completely, is a disappointment. But the thing is, even a flawed remake of Last Shift is still better than a big part of modern films within this genre. While polishing their skills in making quiet metaphorical horrors, filmmakers seem to have gotten out of touch with classic, bloody and painful, scare methods that make up the legacy of Clive Barker and Stephen King.